Are you scared of how to prepare for that interview where you are supposed to teach communication to students of engineering, management, computer applications, or basically any other background other than English literature? I know this is a job opportunity that most of you will get at the very onset of your career. And after having interacted with many students who are appearing for such interviews in many institutes in Kolkata and outside, it has come to my notice that this topic has gone unaddressed in the larger scheme of things. And in my channel also, there is no dedicated video for this particular topic. So today I have decided to make a video on this topic. After a very long hiatus on my YouTube channel, I am once again back to help you prepare for one of the most unique kind of interviews for jobs that you, as a young aspiring academic who has probably studied English or some sort of literature, that's why you are on this channel, might face in the near or far future. As you know, now NET is divided into three categories: one of JRF, one of assistant professor, and one of PhD. These three categories have been explained by me in great detail in a previous video. If you haven't seen that one yet, I will leave a comment down below and the video will appear somewhere upwards so that you can easily check that one out. But after this, it is without a doubt that people who will qualify NET in all three categories together combined will increase from what it was up until this point. Since the number of people who have qualified NET has increased, therefore people who have qualified NET but are not getting a job will also increase, obviously, because the number of jobs is not going to increase anytime soon. So more and more people will be going towards this particular kind of job interviews where they are supposed to teach communication to undergraduate students. How will you prepare for this? Now, before you prepare for any kind of interview, it is paramount for you to know how to prepare for an interview in general. Again, there is a video on my channel for this particular topic. If you have not checked it out yet, I will leave a comment down below for that particular video as well, and it will again appear somewhere upwards so that you can go ahead and check that one out. But most importantly, one has to understand the fact that almost all students who have studied English literature have a more or less equal knack to teach English communication. But how do you make sure that you are the one who gets selected? Well, for that, you have to know the basics of communication really well. If you have already cleared NET, then you have already studied the chapter on communication which was there in your paper 1. But in addition to that, when it comes to teaching communication, there are various types of it. One has to know the various types of communication that is being taught at the college level in institutes which do not specialize in the humanities, especially I'm talking about engineering, technical, STEM based institutes, so as to say. Basically, English is taught as communication, as AECC communication, or as business communication, or as effective communication, or as communication skills, soft skills, grooming. These are the various several types of communication that are being taught at the undergraduate level to students. All of these are more or less the same. You have to know the types of communication, you have to know the forms of communication, you have to know the barriers to communication, you have to know how to write a letter, how to write a report, how to make a CV, how to prepare a notice, how to write down the minutes of a meeting, how to do secretarial work. Basically, all the types of work that you need to do as a brilliant master of communications. Now, I used to teach business communication long back in the year 2021 at JD Birla Institute in Kolkata. I used to teach business communication. I have a detailed PDF for that entire document, which I generally share with my NET students. If you're interested for that, you can leave a comment down below where you write interested, and then I will send you the link for that particular PDF where you can see it and download it and read everything that is there, so that you can also access the material that I have prepared very tenaciously about three and a half years ago. But in addition to this, you must also know that the subject called communication is basically a compulsory subject for all the students who are studying it. Therefore, it is without a doubt that these students will not be in a mood to study this particular subject. So what do you need to do? You need to ensure that your teaching style fits that particular block where they are not really eager to listen to you, but they don't have much of a choice. When you are asked in an interview, how will you deal with disruptive students, which is a question I find very common in interviews, especially when it is considered that these interviews are for newly, freshly minted graduates who have just completed their master's degree, just passed net. They obviously face these type of questions more than other people do. What will you say? Well, in this kind of a situation, you have this unique proposition where you can mention the fact that you will deal with the students in an exact way with which they are dealing you. For example, if they are friendly with you, you'll also be friendly with them. If they are being belligerent, well, you know the answer, you'll also be belligerent with them. But the fact is, in an interview like this, where most of the candidates are almost always equally placed, it is important for you to stand out. And the one of the main ways to stand out is to ensure that you answer the questions which they are asking with utmost amount of confidence. And to do that, you need to work on your personality skills, on your answering techniques, and most importantly, your language communication. In an English communication interview, if your English is off key and you stutter and stammer a lot, you can probably guess that it won't give a very good impression to the people who are interviewing you, and they will understand that your English is not up to the mark. If you want to know more about how to perfect your English pronunciation, how to improve your spoken English if that is something you're struggling with, and if you would want me to make a detailed video on that particular topic, you can also let me know down in the comments so that my next video, and I'll hope that I'll continue making longer videos on my YouTube channel from this point onwards. You can let me know about that down in the comments so that I can go ahead and make those videos in the future. And the final thing, which is, why would you want to teach communication if you have studied English literature for the past 5, 7 or whatever number of years you have studied English literature? Well, let's be honest here for a second. All of us, or at least most of us, are teaching communication out of compulsion, because there are not enough jobs that allow us to teach English literature at the undergraduate level. That is the primary reason why we are teaching communication. But unfortunately, in this particular case, honesty is not the best policy. Though even the people who are asking you the question probably know the correct answer or the honest answer to this particular question. What you are supposed to say to this particular question's answer is that communication is one of the most sought after soft skills in today's market, and teaching communication to undergraduate kids would help me better my communication skills. It would help me build my CV. It would help me start my career as an academic. And most of the teachers who have excelled in today's domain have started their careers by teaching communication. This answer is a little risky because this gives away the hint that you will probably not be there for long. But let's be honest, they already know that at the very onset that no one is going to stay at a college where they are teaching communication if they get a better job somewhere where they are given the chance to teach English literature. So this is the video that I wanted to make. I have not made a video for a very long time. It would mean a really great deal to me if you could share this video with all your friends. Please leave a like. Don't forget to comment, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, hasta la vista.